All right, so we got quads today. I gotta hold the phone just because I'm not in my own car, and we're still back at home from school. So today's gonna be the last day. Not in an actual gym. I'm gonna go to my coach's gym today, but since it's Saturday, I doubt there's gonna be anybody there. My coach usually goes to work out in Canada. Some of his clients up there, so it might just be me there today. Maybe not. Either way. So they actually get a good lift in for quads, because legs, I'd say, is arguably more difficult to hit with home gym equipment, especially with only dumbbells, barbells, pull-up bar, and like a bench. Sure, you can still get one because I used to, so I wouldn't say it's an excuse to not hit legs. But what I used to do was I'd do front squats, and because I didn't have a rack for the barbell, I would basically just like clean the bar up to my shoulders and do the front squat starting like that, and then obviously make sure I don't go to failure, or at least get pretty close, but like make sure I can get the last rep. Otherwise, I'm falling with the barbell on me. I would also do the same thing, except do a Bulgarian. So it was literally a Bulgarian front squat, like a Bulgarian split squat, single leg. But I would do it with clean the bar up. It was a little easier because there was less weight on the bar because I was doing a single leg. But still, be that, and then maybe just like lunges. If you do them either outside or if you have enough room in, I guess, your basement or garage, go back and forth and do lunges with dumbbells. And that would basically be like a quad day. Hamstrings, you could do like RDLs, deadlifts. Yeah, that's really it. Calves, a little tough to hit without a machine. So that's why we're going to not an actual gym, but a barn that's got enough equipment for me to actually get a good leg day in. Those are good leg days I just pointed out, but maybe not enough. If I have the option to do more, obviously. Like if you have the option, work out in a home gym with just barbells and dumbbells, or an actual gym, obviously you're gonna pick the gym. Maybe for one day at home, but whatever. What else do I want to go over before we get in there? I will say I'm not gonna be talking as much while I'm in there. I got a flight back to school tonight, so I got to make this workout a little quicker, get through the sets quicker, and then can talk a little more in the car on the way back. But I will say I want to make sure I can get the rest of my meals down today still, eating 5,300 calories, 3 meals left. It's currently 3 o'clock, but I'm going to leave it like 8 or something, so it should be enough time to get them down, but as long as I crank through the workout. I guess something I could point out, because it's something I went through earlier on in lifting, first 2 or 3 years, probably from like year 2 to like year 4, I was kind of like this, of if you're trying to get bigger, but you're too worried that you're going to put fat on, I guess we could break that down and talk about it a little bit, because I'm behind somebody going 40 and a 55. Sorry, I'm frustrated. But we can break that down a little more so it makes more sense. It's like, I'm not going to try and convince you to do anything, do what the hell you want, but at least make it make sense that you're not making your decision based off of a lack of understanding. So yeah, I know at least one of my clients, I don't want to say clients, a friend of mine that I coach, I want to just say client, a friend of mine that I coach, went through like the same thing, actually asked me about it a few weeks ago. I also went through that and asked people when I was a couple years into working out, 3 years into working out, of like, why can't I just like main gain, or why can't I just eat the same every day and gain muscle that way so I don't have to gain fat? And there's numerous problems with that, probably even more than I'm going to lay out. But First off, main gaining isn't real. okay? It's bullshit. It's easily just to dismiss me saying that, but I think you're misinterpreting main gaining for recomping, which is your body will take off a little bit of fat, put on a tiny bit of muscle, take off a little bit of fat, tiny bit of muscle. So basically you stay the same weight, but the body fat percentage is slightly adjusted. So you have a little bit more muscle, a little bit less fat, same body fat percentage, or no, different body fat percentage, same weight overall. But you can only do, your body can only recomp so much to where it doesn't want to do that, right? So your body has a very good way of signaling itself to stay at the same weight it is because of like homeostasis, whatever, big word. Quick explanation, it's your body just wants to stay the same weight to, one, conserve energy, because if you're getting bigger, putting on muscle, it takes energy to put on the muscle. It takes energy to recover from trying to put on weight, breaking down the muscle. And same for if you're trying to lose weight. It takes energy to break down the lipids in your body, break down the fat, and your body wants to conserve energy as much as possible. It's part of a survival mechanism, right? So that's the whole reason of why recomping doesn't just work forever, because you're changing your body into something that it doesn't have the adequate amounts to make a big difference, right? Because if you eat the exact same, it may make those slight adjustments within, like, you eat the exact same macros, exact same food every day, right around your maintenance. And because maybe one day you walk an extra mile and burn an extra couple hundred calories, be extra 100 calories, you shed a little bit more fat that day. But then the day after you walk like 2 miles less, and maybe you're a little bit 100 calories over, and you help recover you slightly more. But those are the only tiny variances in, dude, this guy's going so slow. Tiny variances in your diet. And to be fair, or to make it more clear, is that only really happens if you eat the exact same every day. And also a very good macro breakdown of your diet, because your body can only make those adjustments within a tiny recomp if it has the right tool, like materials to work with. It's like trying to build a house with the wrong materials. Like if you give yourself, I don't know, you're trying to build a house and you give yourself drywall to build a foundation or some shit. I don't know. That's a shit analogy. But anyways, you get the point. It's like trying to build something without having the proper materials to build it right. Like if your diet's 70% fat, a little bit of carb, and a little bit of protein, but it's like, oh, you're eating at maintenance. It's like you're not really going to still recomp that well, if at all. So there's still a level of challenge, or still something you actually have to do on your end to be able to get the benefit of recomping, right? So honestly, a legitimate recomp, depending on how your physique is, general guidance maybe 4 to 8 weeks. But after you do recomp once, maybe twice, depending on how you are, it's like you're not gonna be able to just keep recomping. Like, it doesn't work like that, like I just explained. So let me hold on. Whoa. Sorry, this is a weird intersection. So you can't just recomp. And a couple reasons worry about gaining fat is, like, yes, it's inevitable, but you can absolutely minimize the amount of fat you put on with maximize the amount of muscle. So that's with a small surplus. And also, your body does a lot better job of putting on muscle at not a shredded body fat percentage, right? At about 12% body fat, your body actually operates the best at putting on lean tissue, right? Why is that? Because the higher body fat percentage, 12% is still lean, right? Okay, let's make that clear. I'm not talking you have to be obese to put on good muscle. 12% is still lean. More fat, it helps your body produce more natural hormones like your testosterone, all the natural hormones that your body makes gets assisted by having a higher body fat percentage, because your body uses fat to produce hormones, right? The fat from your diet, the fat on you. And that is the biggest part of it, is your hormones. I mean, why do you think steroids work so well? It's because you inject more hormones than your body normally produces, right? So if you're trying to get the most out of not taking anything, wouldn't you want your body in the best possible position for the most natural produced? Yeah, of course. So there's that part. And also you can train harder, therefore build more muscle when you have a little bit more fat on you, because you're less prone to injury. The fat acts as a cushion around your muscles, around your joints, around your tendons, and helps you push more. Less likely to get injured. I can't think of an exact example, but like that's why when you're in prep or something and you're lean, very lean, you're much more prone to injury because you don't have that cushion. So those are the main ones. And sometimes I ask, like, at least I have to question myself, like, why did I think that I wanted to main gain? Or why did my friend also think, like, why should I just main gain? And I thought that maybe there's a couple reasons. The first couple that came to my head is, one, I don't know, I guess laziness is a strong word, but I guess it would be laziness, because it is as difficult to consistently gain or eat in a surplus and gain weight properly. It is challenging. It's hard, right? So I guess it's a way to try to look for an alternative to the hard shit that actually is going to get you the result you want, and it's kind of a way to cope around it. It's kind of a way to cope, right? It's like, oh, well, I can get the result of more muscle, but without going through the difficult part of having to slam down 5,300 calories today so I can gain weight still. It's like, you're not going to outsmart. I guess technically you can outsmart it. That's the whole point of bulking and cutting and bodybuilding in general. But like, you're not going to outsmart the system that's already solidified. I get, you get what I mean. We already have truth of how you bulk and cut, and you got to gain in your physique and cut down fat. It's like, you're not going to find your own alternative magic way to do it, right? We already know how to do it. You're not going to be like, oh, well, I'm an exception and I can just eat at maintenance. Like, I'm different than everyone else. I don't have to bulk to get more muscle. I can just, this main gain thing, because I just found it, the science. I know I must know more than other people. It's like, no, dude, you're just coping. That's cope maxing. Next one is probably legitimately not wanting to put on fat. I guess maybe like I don't even say it's because of looks maxing, whatever the shit Clav does. I mean, that's always been a thing, always been around. They just put a label on it that sounds cool, looks maxing. But obviously wanting to be presentable and look good. I'd say half of it is in your head with thinking that you're fat. And I guess it's like, well, why do I not want to be fat? I mean, obviously you want to be presentable in whatever you do. But I do think it is part of, I don't want to say ego, but thinking that like you're going to get chicks or something because you're lean or shredded or whatever. And I guess that's a kind of a canon event for most dudes. It's like, obviously that's not the case. Sure, it helps. It's more like, I'd put it this way. Having abs or something is like sprinkles on ice cream. So let me explain, because that's kind of a curveball I'm throwing at you. being shredded is like sprinkles, and actually the type of person you are, who you are as a man, is the ice cream, right? So would a girl just say, wow, I could really go for some sprinkles right now, and just eat a handful of sprinkles, meaning like you're just gonna, I don't know, do whatever for the guy because he's shredded? Like, no, you don't just eat a fucking handful of sprinkles. But would she say, I could really go for some ice cream right now? Yeah. Ice cream with sprinkles? Fuck yeah. So, hopefully that made a lot more sense, because I think that was the best explanation I can put to it. But I think that realization of like, dude, just because you're shredded isn't going to help you at all. It's who you are, and I guess what you got going on in your life and what you're building and who you are as a man is what's actually like the main thing. And the sprinkles is just like a bonus. Like, you can eat ice cream with or without sprinkles, but you're not just gonna eat fucking sprinkles. So, and obviously that's not why I work out. Fucking gaining 224 right now. Obviously not. At one point, maybe. Right? It's tough to recall. It's maybe 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know. My rationale for working out is always flipping around, but no, it's because I want to be able to help people out. So we're here. Nobody's here, which is nice. So we'll get in a solid fucking quad day. We got to keep this shit going, right? Yeah, we're here. Fucking barn. Nobody's here. All right, let's do some quads, some quad extension. In all honesty, I'm not going to talk in there. I'm just going to fucking crank through this workout. So, quad extensions, barbell squat, or pendulum squat, Bulgarians, because I don't want to do leg press, nobody there. You can call me a cat for that. That's fine. Bulgarian split squats, calf raises, and then get the hell out of there. But, all right, see you guys in there. Let's do some pendulum. Shit. Shit. One more set of these. Damn. All right, we're gonna, I mean, those other ones are, I'd say, a failure, but this one, go to failure and then still go the eccentric, and then let's have to rack it from down here. Go till I literally can't push it up, then have to hop off the machine at the bottom of it, which is nice for this because there's at least a stopper so I won't get crushed. But like if I did the leg press that's behind the camera, there's no safety thing on that. It just keeps going down until it crushes you. So yeah, we'll do Bulgarians after this. Whoa, fuck. Irons. Okay. Yeah, I killed. Okay. I found doing, I'm going to talk, just going to need a breather. I found doing a few Bulgarians with just one dumbbell on the side that your leg is elevated. Forces you to use the outer sweep of your quad more, because if you're not pressing through it, you're just going to fall over with the one weight on that side. So there's a little bit more balance to it, but it's with a purpose, because it makes you activate the outer sweep the entire time. I don't know, I'm sure some science-based persons be like, well, it's not optimal because you're not stabilized. It's like, well, we're working a different muscle here. So you could say, oh, hold on to a pole or something while you're doing it, but then you're not guaranteeing that you're using the outer sweep of your quad the entire time. So sometimes you have to give up 100% stability. So I can strap my leg to the seat to get the most stability when you're sacrificing that to actually hit a target part of your quad. So I just needed a breather, honestly. Let's go. Damn, my quads are shot. It's alright, we'll figure it out. Still gotta get 7 on this side, and then maybe I'll drop the weight. Maybe I'll just move my foot out a little more so I'm not hurting myself. Either way.
Should I be dropping the weight, controlling them more? Probably. But I gotta get out of here. Don't mind making these sets a little quicker. As long as I'm at least getting like 8 like I just did. It's all right. Right, just for today. Okay. 2 more. Shit. All right. Calf raises on the leg press. Abs. Quick posing session. Like very quick. Then we're getting out of here. Ow. Yeah, the only difference I'd say is drop the weight, pick something you can control more. But it's okay for now. Like I already described. I'm gonna superset calf raises with abs. Why? Just to make the workout quicker. It's literally it. So we'll do this, do a set, then we'll go do some damn fucking sore leg raises. And then we let's do that for 3 to 4 sets. I'm not gonna pause it. Just bring you guys for a ride over to the light races. Plop this John down here. Put it up. There we go. Oh. Okay. Whew. Damn. It's like 17 reps on that thing. All right, let's keep going. I'm just gonna do 3 sets of the abs because I do them every other day, but I'll make sure to do 4 on calf raises. It's just only like once every 4 days. So a little more set of that. Pose. Get out of here. Fucking call it. Well, I'll talk in the car, but you know what I'm saying. let's get posing really quick because I gotta leave. This should be good. All right, let's check it out, and I can talk way more in the car. I could definitely tell I'm not filled out. I know because my weight hasn't changed this week at all. But exactly 223.8 every day the past 7 days. So I know that, like, I'm pretty confident my weight leveled off. Sure, your weight usually jumps like a bit and then levels off. But like, it was about this weight last week as well. So like 2 weeks straight. So I'm like, I can tell. Also just by like the pump from the workout. I'm not getting super pumped, which also means that there's not some extra food floating around for being in surplus, but it's fine because that's part of the bulk is sometimes you have a couple weeks of being at maintenance, which is fine. Lets your body rest for a minute. Like I said about the homeostasis in the car, that can help your bulk, prolong your bulk, and make it more quality and better instead of always redlining your body. So, all right. See you guys in the car.
All right, just got on the road. Yeah, what to break down from that workout, and then we can go over, I guess the next month or so I'll be back at an actual gym, breaking down more stuff. I don't know what's to explain there. I guess a general scheme to a good quad day is if you got like a pressing movement, a squatting movement, an extension movement. Generally speaking, you probably got yourself a good quad day. I just replaced the leg press, as I said, because I was the only person there, with Bulgarians. Yes, I could have done like single leg press, and it would have been very similar to Bulgarian, or it would have more directly checked the box of doing a pressing movement. But, one, the time crunch. Two, maybe it was laziness, maybe not. Probably not. Just because I know damn well as soon as I get back into an actual gym, I'm going to be going straight to leg press again. Is this zoomed in? Am I? All right, well. But yeah, I know for a fact my next quad day at an actual gym will be using leg press instead of Bulgarians. Yeah, and then like the superset at the end, the only reason I really supersetted those two was for time. Because otherwise, what benefit is supersetting two different muscle groups? It's not like you're making the workout more intense. But if you view it that way, it's probably an intensity for the wrong reason. Like, point of doing a superset for the same muscle group is that it's more intense on that muscle, helps you get you more pumped, more blood flow in that muscle, more nutrients can get driven into there. And doing a superset of calves and abs isn't making calves more intense or abs more intense. It's just that those are not very draining exercises. You do a set of calves, it's not like I'm dying for air, like gasping for air. Same with abs. So you're usually pretty fresh to go to hit another muscle group. So I guess that's what some people do on their arm day. I don't hit arm days, like just a pure arm day. I throw them in my push and pull days, but I guess that's what some people may do on an arm day if it gets too long of a workout, is superset like bicep curls and tricep push downs. But then again, like, I find alternating which muscle group you're hitting, this is just my opinion, less beneficial than like focusing one muscle group, getting all the volume you need for that, then doing the next muscle group, and then doing, like, I guess your last one if you have 3. Because it helps with actually keeping a pump inside whatever muscle you're hitting. Like if I'm doing chest, right, to bench press, and then I go into like shoulder press, and then I go into tricep extensions, like, how are you going to get a pump and everything? I mean, technically you could, but by the time you go into shoulder press after bench press, it's like part of the pump that you got in your chest is going to go away because you're hitting your shoulders now. So, and half the time of like getting, hold on, let me make sure I phrase this correctly. Half the time of getting like higher rep range exercises, more time under tension, is to get more blood flow into the muscle. So if you're taking that away by alternating which muscle group you're hitting throughout the workout, like, you can take away from that. And I say that because I used to do that. Like for a push day, I used to do a chest exercise, then a shoulder, then a tri, then a chest, then a shoulder, then a tri, and then it's like, are you going to get bigger off of that? Absolutely. I'm just nitpicking small details from the workout. Like, can you get bigger from alternating them? Absolutely. Is it easy enough just to switch the order of your workouts to get something maybe more ideal? Yeah. So, I mean, then do that. So, it's not much more of a hassle to just change the order. But yeah, it was only glutes and hammies is a different story. Only quads today. That took only an hour and like 15. Not bad, because I kept the pace up. But imagine if I did glute and hammy after that. It'd be like probably 2.5 hours, maybe 3. Dude, by the time you get like an hour and a half into a workout, you're already like out of energy, pretty much. Even out of bulk. Maybe if you get some like intra-workout carbs, but even then it's like not as necessary, because you usually get some better programming in your training. So, but maybe I think of maybe an exception might be for what I got coming up. I'll have to see what my coach does for my diet wise. Here's my, I guess we call it predicament, whatever. It's a fortunate predicament to be in. I'm eating like 5,300 calories, so I'm eating a lot, right? My hunger is shot, but we can't say that's a sign to like just stop bulking, because I'm still lean and I'm still like growing. I'm not just slapping on fat right now. So my coach said he's probably going to have to find ways to add more food to my diet, because he thinks that I probably have a couple more months of bulking for sure. Well, he said maybe not for sure, but most likely. So that being said, maybe one of the ways he does it is he said maybe like some more honey in meals, but maybe he's like, all right, we're gonna have to do some like intra-workout carb Like maybe tell me to drink like a Gatorade or some shit while I'm working out. Maybe it won't be a Gatorade, but maybe it will. Because the intra-workout powder, the whatever, it's like cluster dextrin or some type of dextrose, some type of super fast digesting sugar. I mean, the small difference between just cane sugar and dextrose, between the digestion time, it's got to be so marginal that it doesn't really make too much of a difference. And also on like the glycemic index, like the thing that says how much does this type of carbohydrate raise your like blood sugar, I know dextrose is like the highest on the scale. It's 100. The scale's from 0 to 100, and I think sugar's probably like, it's got to be more than 80. Maybe it's like 90. But a point being made is I think dextrose is slightly higher, so it like pushes your blood sugar higher quicker during a workout. But for such a marginal difference, I feel like saving money by just getting a fucking Gatorade or some shit would be easier. Because I guess like the powder, dude, if you get like the 30 serving powder of intra-workout, chances are it's going to be like $2 a serving, which I guess Gatorades are probably going to be the same price. So, more that I just broke that down. Probably. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll just tell me that. But it's up to him. Curious to see. This is literally going to be the highest amount of calories I've eaten in a day. And is it fun? No. But it's what it takes to reach your goals. I mean, it's part of how it goes. Part of life. It's what makes it worth it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. Tomorrow's a rest day. Day after that, we will be back in an actual gym. Good to be back. We'll hit chest. It'll be a good chest day. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Peace.